Hey fellow content creators, your boy Kakiso M, and today I want to introduce you to the Neewer power distributor. And of course, this is for the V-mount battery. So we're going to go through who needs this, what do you use it for, and then what it comes for, and why do I like it. So let's start. Who needs this? Of course, anyone who will be shooting especially a long format content, especially if you're going to hook your monitor, you're going to have things like your audio transmitters or even your wireless video transmitters, then you definitely need something like this because you have multiple ports that comes out of this and you can power your gadgets. Some people use multiple batteries to do that, but if you have something like this, a V-mount battery, it doesn't have to be this big. Then you hook it on here, then you can distribute the power via something like this. So I guess that covered who needs this and what do you use this for, because of course it's for power distribution into all those gadgets, your monitors, your audio or video transmitters, and of course you can have other things like your power adapter or dummy battery. You can also hook them up on this. So the Neewer and this model is PS002E, and the input is 12 volt to 17 volt. So the V-mount batteries are usually around 4.8 to 14.8, sorry, not 4.8, 14.8 volts. So this model specifically, we're gonna go through it. This is your main distribution adapter, and it has the normal 15 millimeter rod slots there. Then you'll put it on something like that, then you can hook it up on here. So besides this position, you can actually remove this. Unfortunately, this doesn't tilt. You do get other models that have this part tilting, then you can tilt it anyhow. So this one comes with extra screws, and of course it comes with an Allen key. You are able to remove it and then put it at the bottom. Then that means you can have it, instead of flying horizontally or standing horizontally, it can lie either this way or that way, depending on how much space you have and how much things you're putting on here. So that is that. You get your main distribution, and then it actually comes like this, that already mounted there. Then the other thing, if you are using a Canon camera, especially the previous versions, what is the previous versions? Especially the older models that use the LPE6 batteries, you are in luck because it comes with this power adapter or power connector or dummy battery as we normally use it. But this dummy battery, especially the LPE6, is also a famous one because you do get monitors that uses it and even other gadgets that uses that. You might find that it's going to be useful on your rig. Then the next thing, it comes with your, and the nice thing is that these cables are not only labeled, but it's not easy to actually put them on the wrong slots. So it comes with a 12 volt connector. You'll normally use it like on things like your monitor. Yeah. The next thing, this is your 5 volt. You can put this on the USB because it does have a USB port. Then on the other side, you'll probably put on anything that uses 5 volts. Then the other thing that it comes with is the 7.2 volt cable, and normally this you'll use it on cameras that use it. Has an 8 volt port. We're going to talk about the ports just now, but that's where you're going to put your 7.2 volts. So let's see, let's go around it, or maybe the make, the build quality. This looks to me like it's aluminum. That is the rear part where you're going to put your stand or your mount. Looks like aluminum. And then this also, the stands are also made out of aluminum. the look. It looks like aluminum to me, but then the cover box, it's plastic. Will it last? Is it robust enough? That I can't tell from this. It does look good though, but I can't tell if it's going to take a knock, because you do get some of these things that are actually made out of metal, and those can get a lot of abuse. So beside that, you get your where you put your V mount, and it actually settles quite nice. It doesn't look like it will come out. It's actually quite steady. It's not going to go anywhere. Then on the other side, this is where you have, if you want to remove it, then you just press that and then you can remove it. Then beside that, we can come, I guess, onto your ports. So on one side, it actually have 1, 2, 3 ports. So on one side, you have the 5 volts. This is where you put your USB cable. You can actually even put another USB cable if you don't put, because the one that it comes with, it's USB A to DC. So you can even put your USB A to anything else. For example, like your USB-C, USB micro. Anyway, you can do that. And this is a 2.1 amp, so it's a fast charger, but it could have been better. And then the next thing is your 8 volts. So your 8 volt, that is where you are going to put your coupling or your dummy battery. But also you can put your 7.2 volt cable that comes with this. And then the next one is your 12 volts. And of course, that's nice that it comes with the 12 volt cable. There's your 12 volt cable, and it looks long enough for me that you can actually hook it up and then connect your monitor. Then my favorite part, it comes with a USB-C, and this is not just a USB-C, but this is a power delivery with 65 watts. So I guess you're getting a lot of ports from this. The next one, which is the last port, is your D-tap. So your D-tap, you can put a lot of things. Some of the dummy batteries do come with a D-tap. So you can buy a D-tap to whatever power you need. So that is a nice thing. Then you have your switch. So the way it works is that once you put your V-mount battery on this, you can immediately connect your USB-C cable, power delivery 65 up to 65 watts max. Then it will work straight. But then another thing is, if you want to use other ports, you have to actually switch it on. And this rocker switch looks quite nice. I don't think you'll be able to switch this off by mistake, but that's another thing with the switch. Should it happen that you switch this by mistake, then it's a problem. But it needs a little bit of power to be able to switch it off. Yeah, if I have something like this, especially on my power, I will actually try to shield it in a way that it's not really easily accessible, because mistakes do happen. So that is all that comes with this. So why do I actually love this? Or maybe let me start with the things that I think I might not like. And the first one is this switch. As much as it feels solid, mistakes can happen. I wish there could have been a way of shielding it a little bit. Then the second thing is, as much as this plastic cover looks good, I am not sure if it can take a beating. That we will see when I take this to a field. And I don't shoot full time, so this for me will last a long time. So, but for something who shoots full time and in harsh environments, I'm not too sure. So those are just the two things that I can say I don't like it. If this was swiveling, maybe it could have been an advantage. But another thing, things that normally swivels, you find with time, you can actually clamp them quite enough, especially if you are using a heavy battery like this one. So that one for me is a non-issue. So what do I like about this? The first and main important thing is the type C PD 65 watts, and the reason is that this is a lot of power. You can power a lot of things with 65 watts, especially these small gadgets. And the Canon R6 Mark II that I use needs about 45 watts to be able to be powered, so this is enough. I'm still going to do that test. I haven't done it. And then another thing is that you can actually charge your battery via this type C, so it's an in and out. I have tested this and it actually does work. The only thing I'm going to test is how long will it actually charges that. So how long will it charge my battery, and I'll compare it to the charger that I have. So the other thing, next thing is it comes with, if most of the cables that you are going to need, it comes with them standard, which is quite nice, and especially the dummy battery, because some of the monitors actually do use this dummy battery also, even though I've mentioned that other Canon cameras does use that. Unfortunately, my the R6, if you're using the R6 Mark II, there's a possibility that this might not work. I do have another dummy battery that I tried and it didn't work because the R6 Mark II uses the LPE6 NH battery. So the old battery, the E6 does work, the E69 does work, and also the newer E69H does work. But there are limitations when it comes to the E6. For example, you cannot charge it in camera. So I'm also going to just test this if it does work. The next thing is the number of ports. You have a lot of ports that you can use. You cannot run out of ports from this, so that's why I do love this. So on this side you have like a long lever that when you want to take off the battery, then you just press it and then you can take out your V mount battery. The last thing is the profile. Second last thing, there's another main thing that I like about this. The profile, this is quite thin and it's not a lot elongated. It's not actually elongated, it's almost like a standard size, minus that bottom part. It's more like a standard size. You do get the small one that uses the smaller batteries, but this is more like the standard height for a full V mount battery. The best of all is the price. So depending when you will see this video, you're going to see the different prices. So I'm not going to mention it. I'll just say go and check the Neewer power distributor or V-mount power distributor or power distributor for the V-mount batteries, and the model is PS002E, so that at that point you're watching this video, you'll know the price. But this is cheaper than a lot of V-mount batteries, especially with multiple ports. This makes it even a lot cheaper. Not to mention that if you are going to buy a V-mount battery, then you might not have to buy a charger, depending on what you're using it for. Because if you are shooting like very long and you actually need an extra charger, or you have extra batteries, then you'll need an extra charger. But for most people, especially not most people, for people who are just entering the market, people who shoot weddings and things like that, that 65 watts is enough, because you're probably going to charge this at home. So I'm going to do a couple of tests and then I will release another video, and I will put it up here. When you see this, then you must know that I have uploaded the tests in terms of the things that I've talked about, which is how long will it charge my battery, does this work on like the Canon R6 Mark II, and yeah, other things. I think the robust thing will take forever, but also when you see it up there, I'll also put the link on the description to say I've uploaded the next video. So this is your boy Kagiso M, and I was introducing the Neewer power distributor for the V-mount battery model PS0028. I'm out of here. Wait, before I get out of here, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now I'm out of here.